Hey guys, and welcome back to another season of Discovery gold making video. In this one, we're going to be talking about stockades and if it is still viable to do as a boost in phase 2 to make some decent gold. Before we get into it, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone that has gotten a copy of my season of Discovery gold guide. So obviously there are new boosts that you can make a lot more gold, but I wouldn't just forget about stockades quite yet. We're going to run through the numbers and we're going to compare them to some of the recent gold farms and see if it is still worth doing this. So recently there has been the buff where the experience gain has went up to 100% instead of 50%. So it's actually really easy to fill a group at the moment doing stockade boosts and selling them for around 3 to 4 gold each. People line up for that and you can fill up a group very easily, especially at the moment since the buff has just came out. So if we look at some of the numbers, if you're charging 3 gold per run, in an hour you're going to do 4 runs and that is going to be 46 gold. If you're charging 4 gold per boosty in 1 hour, that's going to be 64 gold just from the boosties. You get about 20 gold just in loot from running the stockades. So in an hour with the loot and the boosties, if it's at 3 gold, you're going to be looking at around 64 gold. And if you're charging 4 gold per run, you're going to be looking at around 84 gold. Now obviously there are better boosts where you can make a lot more gold per hour boosting, like Cath and also Alderman. However, with those, you need to have a lot of gear. So what I would recommend and what I would say is Stockades is still an okay boost, especially if you're just fresh level 40 and you can't do the other boosts just yet. The main thing that I like when doing stockade boosting is that you can fill a group extremely quickly, especially right now since the buff has just came out. A lot of people are willing to pay 3 to 4 gold per run for these, so you can fill a group up within minutes and you always will have a full group of boosties going. Now you will have the exact same thing with doing Cath and also Alderman. So they are definitely better, and the loot you get from both of them are really good. Like at Alderman, you can get the Pendulum of Doom and a few other items that can be worth a lot of gold whilst doing the boost. Unlike Stockades, you don't really have a chance of getting any crazy items, but saying that, all the greens have been selling a lot quicker up on the auction house from Stockades at the moment, and for a little bit more ever since the experience buff has came into the game. So you are making a little bit of extra from doing the stockade boost than you were doing it in phase 1. But overall, I would only recommend doing this. It's actually a lot easier to do now, but I would only recommend doing this if you can't already do Cath or you can't do Alderman. Getting like 64 to like 80 gold per hour is still really good and is as good as most of the good gold farms. So just to recap, it is still a good boost to do, but obviously if you put the time and effort into learning Cath, you're going to make a lot more gold from selling boosts in Cath. However, that was it for the video. I just had a lot of people asking me, is it still worth doing stockades as a boost? And if you are a fresh mage at level 40, I would still say it is still viable to do. If you would like to learn more about making gold in Season of Discovery, you can check that out inside of my Season of Discovery gold guide. Until the next one, take care.